Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream webinar. My name is Liam Fabre. I'm the content guru, the content expert here at Stream, and today we're here to talk to you about Stream Studio. We're here to talk to you about how to take your podcast from zero to hero, and we're here to answer any questions that you might have. We're joined by our producer, Mark Vonderausten, who's here with us. Mark.
How's it going, guys?
Good to have you here. Mark is going to be monitoring the YouTube live comment section, chat section, So if you have any questions during the show, feel free to stop me. Feel free to leave a comment, leave a question, a concern, whatever you want, and we'll address it as soon as it comes in. This time that we cut out for you twice a month, once every 2 weeks, is for the Stream Studio users or future potential users. It's a chance for you guys to ask questions. It's a chance for you guys to get to know the product better. It's a chance for you guys to speak to the people behind the product. So anything you want to ask, you can ask me. Doesn't even have to be related to Stream Studio. I will answer literally any question you ask in the comment section. So let's talk about our topic for today. And that's how this goes, right? If you don't ask me a question, I'm just going to go along with our topic, zero to hero. So let's talk about our topic for today, taking your podcast from zero to hero. Now, I had a few people who asked me, they said, Liam, they said, what does that mean, zero to hero? And I said, that's a good question. And they said, well, how am I supposed to take my podcast from zero to hero? What do you mean by hero? And I said, well, let's first ask ourselves what the first word means. Zero. What do I mean by zero? when do you consider your podcast a 0? Because that's not a place that you want to be, right? You don't want to say, "Hi, hey, how's your podcast doing?" Well, it's a 0. My podcast is 0. So what does that mean by that? Well, what do I mean by that? I mean that if you are nobody's hero, then your podcast is a 0. So think about that. Think about the podcast that you like to listen to, the podcast hosts that you look up to. They're sort of like your hero, right? So are you anybody's hero? That's what you need to ask yourself. And if the answer is no, then your podcast is a 0. It's as simple as that. So what we want to do is we want to take your podcast from 0 to making you somebody's hero. And the way we can do that is by making your podcast successful, is by getting you views for your podcast. That's the only way that this is going to happen. If people have never heard of you, you can't be their hero, right? So first, we need to get you some views on your podcast. So the way that we're going to do that, I want you to think about this in this way. If you have a podcast or webinar, and this goes for any type of content that you're making, you need to break through. You need to break through somehow. I know you're posting on social media. Maybe you're going live. Maybe you're not. If you're not, you should be. A lot of people just do the local recordings with Stream Studio, but I want to remember when you hit that go live button, local recording is always going to be checked off. But don't forget that you can also go live to your Facebook profile. Well, Liam, I don't want to go live to my Facebook profile. It's all friends that I haven't seen in 20 years. Really, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Great. Make a Facebook page for your show and go live to that page. And when people are on Facebook, they'll get a notification that you're live. And there's more chance of them going and watching you when you're live than when you post an episode. Hey, everybody, please go watch my podcast. I just made it. It's really good. Please give me a chance. Most people are going to say, yeah, I don't think so. Not interested. Next. But if you're live, there's a chance they're going to go see what's going on. They want to go see what you're doing. So going live is a great way to get people's attention. So if you don't want to do the Facebook profile, do the Facebook page. If you don't want to do Facebook, if you say, hey, I don't want to use Facebook. My grandpa uses Facebook. No problem. What about YouTube? What about Twitch? Ever heard of that Twitch streamer who makes $1 million a day? Yeah, guess what? He's on a yacht right now. Where are you? What color is your Bugatti? Right? This is the way you need to start thinking. Go live to Twitch. Go live to YouTube. Go live, though. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get you views. We need to get you exposure. Going live is a great way to do that. From there, once you do that, how do you get people to keep watching your show? Well, you get that with engagement features. Well, I don't know how to do much of that. I don't really know about technology. Well, that's where Stream Studio comes in, ladies and gentlemen. That's where Stream Studio comes in. We have all these amazing features here: logos, lower thirds, intro, outro, A/B, backgrounds. These are all the incredible features that you can use to spice up your content. And if you say, well, Liam, really this doesn't apply to me. I like to do more mobile things. I like to go to TikTok. I like to post my stuff on Instagram. Well, that's fine. Stream Studio can help you out. Just make a show in portrait mode. Look at that. Bet you didn't think that one was coming. Well, can I still have guests in portrait mode? Yeah, sure you can. Look at these combinations here. Make yourself full screen. You can have these combinations. You can have up to, 4 people at once with the portrait mode. That's pretty neat. Isn't that neat?
It's pretty neato.
It's pretty neato. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, so it's pretty neat. I'll give you guys a funny story. This morning, I got to work. Today's my birthday, and Mark had gotten me a subscription to Stream Studio, a year-long subscription for my birthday. And turns out I already have Stream Studio. I was like, Mark, I already have Stream Studio. So now we have this extra subscription in my name that's paid for. So now I have 2 Stream Studio subscriptions. So sort of a kind of a funny mix-up, but it was nice of him to think of that. So thank you, Mark, by the way. I don't want to seem ungrateful.
No, you're welcome. I want you to go on your content journey well-equipped.
Yeah, the only problem is I already have Stream Studio,
Well, I goofed there.
So it's like I don't really know what I'm going to do with that gift, Kind of a waste of money.
You'll think of something.
Yeah. But, it is a nice gift to give somebody. It is a nice gift to give somebody because think about what you buy for people. You buy them stuff, right? And what do they do with your stuff? They take it and they put it in their closet. And then in a year, they find it and they throw it out in the garbage. Not a very productive gift. If you get somebody, let's say something like a subscription to Stream Studio for their birthday, we got Christmas coming up, maybe even Halloween. It's always nice to give a Halloween present. You're giving them a content tool that they can use to make money. So it's really the gift that keeps on giving. Every time they go live, they're going to be saying, hey, wow, thank you so much. Right? It's a gift that can help people change their lives. I read a story recently about this man who he worked at a small company. I think he was an insurance salesman. He worked 9 to 5. And he kind of felt like he was going nowhere in his life. And he was sort of kind of falling into a slump. And he said to himself, I know so much about insurance. Right? Insurance is my life. And the guy loved insurance. It's not that he didn't like his job. He was just unfulfilled where he was working. And he said, I know so much about insurance. I feel like I could tell people about this. And he was like, well, maybe I should become a teacher. And then he thought about, going to work and with school children. He's like, well, I can't do that. I can't teach insurance at a elementary level. He's like, maybe I could teach a college class on it. But he didn't have any teaching experience. He didn't have a degree in teaching. So he decided he was going to start making content. So he started live streaming and talking about insurance. Well, wouldn't you know it, that guy is now a millionaire. So you never know what you can do. The thing about the internet is that there's so many people, right? And so you might think that you know about this really small niche thing that nobody cares about. But when you open it up to the World Wide Web, there's actually probably a huge group of people that can find you that are interested in what you have to talk about. So the message here is just start making content. Start filming yourself. Start putting it on the internet. Start going live. And you'll be surprised the reaction you get. You'll say, well, I'm an expert in North African shoe dancing. Nobody cares about that. Well, you know what? There's probably, in all of the world, there's probably at least 10,000 people who are passionate about that. At least.
We have a few messages from Grace.
Yeah, Grace, go ahead.
She says, hi, I purchased the Stream Studio app, and I was not able to use it because it didn't show on YouTube and it didn't show a blank screen on Facebook. I reached out to support, and they said it was a problem on their end, but nothing got resolved. So I canceled the subscription, but I like the potential of this app, and I would love to get it again, but I'm not sure if I should bother.
Well, I know that we are experiencing a bug with YouTube currently. There is a problem with the Agora live streaming system that hooks us up with YouTube. We met with them, I believe, yesterday. So that we're in the process of fixing that bug for YouTube specifically. For Facebook, showing a blank screen, there's a number of issues that could be causing that. Just thinking off the top of my head, depending on the operating system she's using, maybe she's not allowing it to see her camera, hear her microphone. That could explain the black screen. There's a number of issues. I'd love to just meet with her and see,
Yeah, great. So hit us an email, and let's see if we can get that solved for you.
Yeah, let me throw the email in our chat here. So here we go. Let's do up and down studio@stream.com. Done. Whoops. Yeah, so send us an email, studio@stream.com. We'd be happy to help you out with that. studio@stream.com. Send us an email. We'll set up a Google Meet. You know what we'll do for this? Anybody who sends us an email during this webinar, I will meet with you directly. I will personally meet with you.
Let's give it like a passcode so that they know you watched the webinar.
Well, look, what time is it right now? It's 12:12.
Well, maybe they don't have time to write an email. Just
Okay, so just put in your description or in your in the subject, just put webinar question, and I'll go into the email, and any of them that mention the webinar, I will personally meet with you on Google Meet, and you'll share your screen with me, and we'll figure out what's going on. We'll figure out what the problem is.
Yeah, that's service.
Yeah, look, I mean, we're very committed to this product. Stream Studio, we really believe in it. So, you know, we really, like I said, I'm trying to think what could have caused those issues. I don't know. Other than the YouTube one, which is a temporary bug that we're fixing right now, you shouldn't be having any issues like that. So I don't know why you're seeing that. Let's lower this just a little bit here. There we go. But yeah, so you know, you want to take your podcast from zero to hero. Mark had a podcast, and he and he took it from zero to hero. Mark, how did you do it?
I started incorporating Stream Studio into my. So I used to be an audio only podcast. And I started using Studio just to make it, a little more versatile.
Right.
What's crazy about Studio is you can actually add multiple cameras to it. It's a little, it's not really a feature we really highlight a lot, but you have an invite code. You can see it right there in the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you open that up in a tablet or another computer, it's another camera.
That's so true. Like, look at this one that we're doing right here, right now. It's just got my face on it, but you can have multiple cameras. What you can do is people say, like, sometimes I do sessions with clients and I show them Stream Studio and I say, here's how to invite a guest. And they say, no, I don't need that. I don't have guests on my show. My show is just me. And I'm like, well, hey, what if you sent an invite code to your phone, right? Email it to yourself, text it to yourself, whatever. Open it on your phone. Boom, you have another camera. And they said, I can use my phone? And I'm like, yeah, you can use your phone. You have an old tablet lying around, you can use that too. So all of these become cameras that you can have on yourself. Next thing you know, you have a multi-camera podcast. Now, it's interesting with Mark because Mark I remember when I used to listen to his show, he went from having an audio-only podcast to not only having a video podcast, but having a multi-camera video show.
Yeah, it made it a lot more dynamic. It gave a sense of grandiose to it, a little chispa, a little oomph.
Yeah, because you're seeing it from multiple angles, and you're much more inclined to keep watching. Mark, what's that article that you read me the other day on TikTok Brain? Maybe you can explain that a little bit.
Well, essentially is that the way TikTok works is and how it sucks you into the app is that you're watching very fast, very dynamic content. And if you don't like something, you swipe up, and another video is right in your face.
Right.
And so people's attention spans have diminished greatly doing this. So now the old forms of media are not really connecting with people anymore. So you have to really do something to set yourself apart from the pack.
Exactly. And that's the unfortunate part of it is like, even if what you're saying is really interesting, even if you are an expert in your field, even if what you're talking about is nuanced and you're really intelligent and you researched everything, if you don't have those engagement features to catch people's attention, to capture them, if you don't have those, you're going to lose them. And it's really unfortunate because we're at a point with content right now where it's not necessarily the best content wins. That's not even what it is anymore. It's the content that can grab your attention is going to win. You see this a lot on TikTok where people will play videos just to grab people's attention, right? So I'll give you an example, right? Let's go and look up bar of soap. Whoops, bar of soap being cut. Let's see what we got here. Satisfying. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click on this video here. I'm going to mute it. All right, we got to watch this ad for this Acura here. Acura is getting some free advertising, I suppose. So we're going to watch this video as soon as it's over. Have you guys noticed YouTube ads are getting longer and longer? Is that just me?
No, it's been quite a problem.
Yeah. So let's share our screen I'm going to share a Chrome tab. I'm going to show this one, share. Okay, we're going to go up here. I'm going to make this B. And let's do an A-B combination. Let's add that in. Look at that.
Wow.
Let's make this full screen. So look, now, while I'm talking to you, I have this satisfying video playing in the right. And this is just to capture your attention, right? Now, all you want to do is watch this bar of soap being cut. And so while you're listening to me, while what I'm saying is very interesting and insightful, and I've thought about it a lot, and I'm an expert, and I'm telling you all of this very interesting information, your child TikTok brain is being entertained by the lady cutting soap, right? And this is something that you see a lot on TikTok because somebody has something really interesting to say, but it's not necessarily really attention grabbing in the first 3 seconds. You actually have to hear the person out. And so what do they do to trick you? They play this video off in the corner to sort of like keep you entertained. So you're there, the little child part of your brain is watching this thing. And you're watching this video, you're being entertained, and I'm able to actually talk to you. So I need to like grab you with my attention. So that's one of the ones you can do. Let's see what else we can do. We can have interesting video gameplay. Mark, do we have any more questions on the YouTube?
We have a question from Tiffany.
Yeah.
She says, at what point should I, how many cameras should I have? She says that she has an iPad and an iPhone, and she's wondering, is 3 cameras overkill?
No, I don't think 3 cameras is overkill at all. I don't think 3 cameras is overkill at all. I think the more cameras, the better, to be honest with you, because that's just going to grab people's attention. And the other thing is, look, give it a try. Trial and error is a great way to try things out. See what it looks like for you when you have 3 cameras. See what it looks like when you have 2. Right? A 3-camera setup, I think, is good because you can show you all angles, especially depending on the type of content you're making. If you're doing any type of content where you need to show something off, maybe you want to have 1 camera on your actual, what you're doing. You want to have 1 camera on your face. You want to have 1 camera on the room. For example, we're very blessed here at Stream headquarters. We have this beautiful, state-of-the-art, very expensive podcast studio that we built. And so maybe we want to show it off because we want to show people how awesome we are and how great our company is, right? And by doing that, we're sort of, we're showing people that, hey, we're a voice that you should be listening to because we have the resources to pay for it. Now,
well, I just want to jump in and say it's also where you frame your cameras. You can have 3 cameras in your podcast, but if they're all in the same angle or kind of in the same position, it's not really going to do much for you. You might want to have a wide, show off your set. You might have 1 on you, obviously, and then maybe 1 for like a product that you're demonstrating or something you really want to show off. A nice floating cam maybe. Maybe you have someone helping you out. You can make a dynamic pan right to left. It's just how you use the cameras more so than having the cameras.
Exactly. So we just showed you like what you can do with having sort of interesting video off on the side. You can also use that for advertisement if you wanted to play an ad during your show. A lot of people find it intrusive to have, hey, everybody, hold on a second. I need to thank our sponsor, Stream Studio, for giving us a great, sponsorship for this show. It's a great platform. I love it so much, right? What you can do is instead you can just play a video next to it. Right? And that can be your sponsorship. So if I go here, I can go to YouTube and I can type in Stream Studio. Stream Studio. Stream Studio, how to use Stream Studio. What do we got here? How to make Instagram Reels on Stream Studio. Look at all these people who are commenting and doing tests of Stream Studio. Everybody loves it. Testing Stream Studio Live, how to launch a podcast. I mean, you got lots of people using the platform. Everybody loves it. Let's do how to use Stream Studio, right? So we muted that. We'll go back to the beginning on this one. And then here's what we'll do. We'll do share screen, Chrome tab, share this, share. Boom. Let's make that full screen. And we're going to select an A-B combination, and we're going to add them in. And I'm going to say, hey, everybody, just so you know, we're sponsored on this show by Stream Studio. All right, let's get back to our program. So, what we're talking about today is how to make your podcast zero to hero, right? So while I'm doing this, I have this ad that's playing on the right, and it's not intrusive, right? It's like a programmatic ad that's playing on the right. I'm able to keep my show going. And using patented stream technology, we have this ad that's playing on the right while I'm talking. It's still getting your attention. And if you think about it, you're still thinking about Stream while I'm talking. While I'm having this conversation, your mind is still thinking about Stream. Even though I'm not talking about Stream, I'm talking about making your podcast zero to hero. Now think about the way your show used to be being audio, Mark, and seeing it having a show like this. It's pretty incredible change.
Yeah, it also opens up your audience completely. If you can put an audio podcast on YouTube, but they're gonna be bored to tears with a still frame.
Right.
And now you can really produce the show. You even have, look at this ad. It's not interrupting the show whatsoever. Like you're a podcast, so you do an ad read, or they jump into an ad. It just really sucks you out of the show. And now, you know what? You can make your sponsor happy, and everyone can see what you're pimping out.
Exactly. And I can even put an ad using this ticker feature. Buy Stream Studio now. $19. Whoops. $19 a month at studio.stream.com. Done. So look at this. We got the Stream ad playing. We have the call to action, right? Buy Stream Studio now, $19 a month at studio.stream. Right? So these are all of the features you can use with Stream Studio to kind of spice up your podcast. Look at what we're doing right now. We're doing a very relaxed webinar. I'm doing all of these features myself, right? I'm doing all of these as I'm going. And look how professional this looks. Mark, you used to work for a big professional company before you. Okay. What would you say?
Yeah, thanks.
And you still do. What would you say if you were grading this podcast? What would you give it out of 10 in terms of professionalism as it stands right now?
This is a solid 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Obviously it's no, it's not going to have all the bells and whistles of a, $3,000 TriCaster, but for something in your web browser, I got to say it's pretty extraordinary.
Yeah. And for this specific webinar, I don't look like a noob to you right now, right?
No, you have all the makings of a pro content creator.
Exactly. Which I am. I am the content guru, and that's why they call me that, because I've done this. But the truth is that this isn't that complicated. Anybody who gets Stream Studio can do this, right? I'm not a miracle worker here. I'm simply using the Stream technology resources. Now, what's frustrating for me is that I see people make podcasts with Stream, and they don't use any of these features. They don't use any of this. It's just their face full screen talking into the mic. Guys, use the features. They're there for you. Don't just do a live stream.
You can do that on YouTube with a webcam. If you really want to really set yourself apart, you got to use the features we have set out for you.
Exactly. Look, I can even play my webinar while I'm making my webinar. Pretty cool.
I think you just broke the system.
It's a webinar within a webinar. Now we're going to watch this thing become infinity screen when it switches back to the live webinar here. Let's see what happens. Ready? It's coming, and oh, there it goes. You guys see it doing infinity screen there?
Yep.
Pretty cool. All right, guys. Do we have any last minute questions from the chat before we move on?
Let's see. Something we haven't covered. Okay, Hernan asked, so if YouTube's not working now, is there any way to get YouTube working through the RTMP feature?
Yes, there is. Mark, I'll let you explain it.
All right. So when you stream on YouTube, you get a stream key as part of your account on the YouTube Studio. All you have to do is when you select RTMP is to just put in that stream key when you select RTMP, and then you'll be pushing to YouTube bypassing our built-in YouTube plugin. Because at our current time, because of our partners, it's just not working correctly. So that's a workaround. So Stream Studio still supports YouTube just through 2 more other steps. But other than that, you can still stream on YouTube.
There you go. And I put some interesting gameplay for you to watch while Mark explained it. So to keep everybody entertained. But yes, there is a way to go around it for now, but that will be fixed. Should be in the next couple of weeks. I can't give you a definitive timeline on that because unfortunately it's not in our hands. It's in the hands of Agora. Agora, unfortunately, is the one who kind of is holding us by the shirt here. So that's any final questions before we end our webinar today?
Let's see. I'm just trying to see something we haven't covered. Someone has a question about Live to Social. Oh wait, we have Greg. Let's see. I do a lot of pre-recorded videos. I would like to be able to schedule a video to stream at a certain date and time. I don't think the feature we have yet.
Yeah, so we're not scheduling anything for now. So with Stream Studio, you do not have the capability to schedule any recordings at this point.
You can schedule on YouTube though.
You can schedule on YouTube, but you don't have the ability to schedule a live stream with Stream Studio at this point. Look, that's in our roadmap. That's something we're working towards, but you don't have that capability yet, unfortunately. Nor can you play pre-recorded videos through Stream Studio. What you'd have to do is you'd have to do what I just did and share my screen and sort of make that full screen and then play that video, right? So for example, this is just another tab I opened. I could share that tab, right? And then what I can do, which actually is pretty cool with Stream Studio, is here's my tab right here. So what I can do is I can make this guy A and make this B, add that in, and then watch this. Make it full screen. And now I could play that video full screen, and I could go live and I could stream this, right? So that's sort of playing a pre-recorded video. You just have to do it with the share screen option. Soon you'll have the ability to upload a video. We don't have that yet. Unfortunately, we're just not there yet. But it's coming. So keep an eye out for it. Like I said, we're committed to this product. We're going to do everything that's in our webinar, that's in our roadmap. It's just a matter of time. YouTube is just around the corner. There's so many great things coming for Stream Studio. So if you bought a membership, if you bought a lifetime membership, there's nothing but good things that you can look forward to. And I'll leave you guys with a quote: "The best is yet to come." We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.